Ooh, that's fun. Man, I love unexpected chunkiness, you know? There's all sorts of bands that can do that good chunky thing, and a lot of times it's almost too much, you know? I like it when you can insert it in places for impact. You know, it's a cool impact moment. Bring it back a little bit. I was adding that to a couple playlists because I knew I'm going to want to hear that more and more. And welcome to the Rock Radar. My name is Smitty. On my quest through space to open rock and roll minds, mine first, yours by happenstance. You never know how this is going to go. And today, checking out for the first time here, the band Unto Others. Now, I've had the pleasure of listening to these guys before I discovered them first, checked them out live, opening up for King Diamond and Uncle Acid and the motherfucking Deadbeats. And I was like, wow. And at that time, they were known as Idle Hands, and I think through some sort of kerfuffle with another band of that name, they changed it to Unto Others. This is the first time I've listened to these guys in a long time, and I'm really kind of stoked. I've seen this song kind of making the circle as far as new rock and roll goes, so we're going to check that out. But before we check that out, seriously, if you dig my thoughts on this, you want to check my thoughts out on other things and other projects, like the Smitty Learns Irish podcast, which is my huge one, and I'm completing my 20-year bucket list dream of hiking Ireland for a year. I'm going to tell it story town by town via pub interviews, and I'm stoked for it. I can't wait. I also have the weekly Smartman Show podcast with my good buddy Brian, where basically we tackle hot topics, pop culture reviews, rants, questions about humanity, things like that. And then I have my solo What the Hell Everything podcast, which features me tackling ideas, telling stories, trying to figure myself out, essentially. And all those links and new links, if you're already following the podcast, you're going to want to click and follow the new stuff as well. Please check those links out if you dig what I do at all. Want to help me along the way on my big projects, including Patreon support. Now, back to Unto Others from a brand new album. From their album Never Neverland, out now. 2024. Fantastic. And I'm trying to recollect and put into words exactly how I remember this band sounding. It was like this cool, rad metal version of like post-punk, almost like this, like a Cure kind of sound almost, but not. That's weird. It's strange. But let's get into it. Suicide Today. Let's get it rolling. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. Just this cool driving fucking metal, man, with this real post-punk kind of vibe. Those vocals really do it. It's almost like a Depeche Mode sort of vibe. If Depeche Mode were like really fucking cool metal. And man, that's what it was. Let's continue. Man, I love unexpected chunkiness, you know? There's all sorts of bands that can do that good chunky thing, and a lot of times it's almost too much, you know? I like it when you can insert it in places for impact. You know, it's a cool impact moment. Bring it back a little bit. I was adding that to a couple playlists because I knew I'm going to want to hear that more and more. Man, I love his vocals. Man, it is that guitar tone, too, that really kind of sells that sort of post-punk sort of vibe for me. And, man, I had a point that I wanted to get to about this band that I thought was really interesting, but it slipped my mind. Let's continue, and I might get back to it. Chances are good. Oh, yeah, that guitar tone. Oh, wait, I said that. Shut the fuck up. Now I remember my point. They do this really cool, like, anthemic sort of thing. Anthemic sort of like shout along with the chorus while the chorus is going on. And I think they did in a couple of the songs. I think one of them, if I'm recalling correctly, is called Nightfall. And then there's maybe something else. They share that same sort of quality where you have that anthemic vibe as well. That guitar tone, those vocal qualities as well. It's real cool post-punk throwback, but a great grooving, hard-driving metal song, man, that was interesting with cool impact moments. I like this band a lot, I think, because when I saw them live, I was like, who the fuck are these guys? Shout out to Memories today on Facebook. It's a fucking anniversary, and I didn't even mean it. I already had this planned. I did not know it was going to be today. But hey, fun. I'm going to check more of that band out, I think, just on my own free time. Unto Others. Or should I react to more? Maybe I could put it in the album reaction catalog. You never know. By the way, if you are with me still on Patreon, a few changes. I'm no longer doing album reactions on Patreon. Any album reactions I do will be on YouTube. So I'm kind of stoked about that. I'm focusing my Patreon more towards the Smitty Learns Irish podcast and just basic support. So please, you want to, by all means. And hey, check out a clip from the new Smartman Show podcast. The name is not indicative of the host, Brian and Nate. That's me. I'm Nate, my friend Brian. And in this particular clip, we talked about the people that leave the shopping carts in chaos in the parking lot and how they might have the same personality flaws as people that put the toilet paper on wrong. So check that out if you're still here. Please enjoy that. And I'm out of here. See ya. What's funny is that everybody has that thing. Let's just say that those people, though we're talking about the people that leave the cart corral looking like 15-car pileup. We're talking about you. They probably have similar frustrations with us and things that we do.
Sure.
But that just means they hate logical things. No, that doesn't mean that that's true.
I mean, this could be anything, though, because people get pissed off if the toilet paper goes the way that they're not familiar with.
Absolutely. I had this conversation at work the other day. You're a psychopath if you have it under rather than over.
Yeah.
But people don't agree with that. They think that's crazy. They think the over thing's crazy.
Who are these people you work with, and do you trust them?
No.
I don't either.
No, I don't. But we talked about this before. It's perception versus reality, the way you perceive things. The way you perceive things is based on the environment that you were raised, pretty much.
I guess, but there is a patent for toilet paper roll, and it shows that it goes over the top.
Well, yeah, that makes sense, you know?
It's patent.
It goes over the top.
That was how it was designed, people. And if you're hearing this and you think otherwise, then you do not believe in historical accuracy.
I like that.
It was like the 1800s or something that they patented that. So, just saying.
See, we got smarter on the Smartman show.
Yeah, well,
you know?
Dude,
Anyway.
I just found out people used to wipe with rocks, and it freaked me out. like before toilet paper.
No. Here's how fast my brain works. Believe it or not, I'm automatically thinking like what size rock, what sort of corrosiveness. What's too corrosive? Do we want a quartz? Do we want like a Petoskey stone? Would be too smooth.
How far do you risk pushing in to make sure you get?
Yeah, you got to be
clean?
careful, man. You can cut things.
Yeah, I heard that the other day, and I went, "What?"
Like you would think they would start with leaves.
Freaked
Leaves
me
are pretty
out.
prevalent, but you get enough poison ivy on your butt.
Oh gosh, it just freaked me out at the thought of it.